Yeah, everybody. We back. We got a whole lot of shit to talk about. It's been a
Mm-hmm.
minute. We got to talk about them cloning my boy. We got to talk about the murder and the Alabama Boat Brawl. We got to
Well,
talk about fat people shaming other fat people.
don't make no
We
damn
got to
sense.
art to a Virginia legend. We got a whole bunch of more bullshit to talk about. We on the way. Kick it with.
Podnas with Face, Pat, and Tiz.
Go. She ain't come through yet. Ask Leslie. You on mute?
My nigga. My nigga. Welcome to the Partners, y'all. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Partners, a show with three friends separated by distance, having weekly conversations that you can join in on. And as always, I'm 1/3 of the Partners. It's your boy Tiz, along with
It's the other third of the partners, the Padawan here. I said that shit really fast. And sooner or later, very dramatic pause, we'll be joined with our other third, Face Mob.
indeed. It's been a minute. Let me address
Minute.
something in the room.
Mm,
We've been gone a while.
mm.
Hey y'all, how y'all be? What's good, Glow? What up, Rodner? What up,
Hey,
there?
Rodney.
How y'all be? Yeah, it's been a minute. We done had some life changes, some schedule changes, some work changes.
Life be life. And
Yeah, man, it's been a whole lot going on, so we had to take a sabbatical for a brief moment. But we back, y'all. And I figured the only way it would be proper to come back, I figured it would be just, let's just go live, man. A whole lot of shit to talk about. We got clones, we got boats, we got chairs, we got fat people, we got the elemental P crowd. We got a whole lot of shit to discuss. So why not discuss it with the pod squad? Oh yeah, man. But
Matthew
first off,
Fuck.
check in with my bro. It has been a minute, and I know for y'all it's been a minute, but it's also been a minute for us. How you doing, Pat? How you living? How's life? What's good with
I'm
you?
good.
In the other
We
third,
went through that, bro. There's the other third. Yeah, I'm good. Slowly but surely everything's coming back to normality and organization. And I'm happy about that or whatever. But we're getting there, we're getting it going, you know what I'm saying? Go! Hey,
yeah. How you be, Face? How you been doing, man?
get off mute.
Get off mute.
He'll get here sooner or later.
Unmute yourself. Y'all know Face be having a whole lot going. All right. So well, I've been good. Um life been life. All right. Since the last time we talked Pod Squad, life been life. I am well. Um family's doing well. All is good.
That,
You know what I mean? I think I'm in a very good space in life. I've been kind of tossed and turned a little bit, but I'm at a real dope ass spot where like I see shit clearly now and
mm-hmm.
I'm ready to execute. So, you know how when opportunity meets preparation, I'm finally
Yeah,
at that of like, all right, I see it and I know how to do it. Let's bang back.
go.
You know what I mean? So yeah, we about to we got a fake be a thought provoking question to kind of kick us off this week. But for some reason Face won't come off mute. I'm assuming it's probably
That.
his way up that way, it'd be it is what it is. But I'll jump off into the first major topic of the week. Um, everybody that's seen it, everybody that talked about it, everybody that made their commentary on it, but, it's the pod. We late. I know we late. I don't give a damn. They cloned
Better late than
Tyrone.
never.
They fucking cloned Tyrone, y'all. All right, so when I look at this movie, right? If y'all haven't seen it, it's on Netflix right now. All right, let me break down the premise and the synopsis for people who might not have seen it. I don't know why you haven't seen it, but if you haven't seen it, catch this shit. What up, drama? All right. So basically, the premise of the movie is you got a drug dealer who gets killed, quote unquote, but comes back to life to find out that him, a pimp, and a prostitute are involved in a cloning experiment done by what seems to be the government working with the Illuminati or whoever else. You feel me? It's hella folk. Um, I'm sorry, my audio is going in and out. Let me try to keep my shit more still. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I get you that. It's clearer now than no.
Can we get it on the one? Hey, can we get it on the two? Hey,
Hey,
can we get it on the three? Three,
flick it.
two, one.
Wow.
Can you hear me, y'all? All right. I see drama saying good movie. So somebody hear me. All right. So as they go through this premise of, you know, a cloning experiment being done on basically America, they basically, you know, kick some bad ass, you know, end up saving the day. Everybody gets exposed. But then you find out that this clone is going past like these little cities. Like it's a nationwide thing of like the same dude is being cloned everywhere. And that's where you get Tyrone. So on the base level, you just got a good little kind of almost a throwback to the 70s black exploitation film type of vibe. Just a good, you know, buddy romp is what I would call it.
With a twist, with a little bit of black sci-fi. You know what I'm saying?
Like
we need more of that.
Movie would have a perfect place in the 70s. But the dope part is it's a satire. So it got layers to the shit. The shit is like an onion. And as the more you peel back, the more like crazy the shit gets. All right. So that's the initial premise. That's the basic idea of the movie. You feel me? But then you got all of these themes and like whatever else you would call it, topics that you can springboard off of that come from this movie. And I feel like the director / writer like made it that way. I feel like he looked at it like a chance to like talk shit to the black community and kind of call us on our shit, while at the same time calling to task the establishment for their part in shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a very multifaceted movie. But like before I get into like the topics that I want to kind of springboard off of and kind of like get y'all opinion on, what were your initial thoughts of the movie? Like what did you initially get from it? Like what were your take on it when you first saw it? This is what you thought, if that makes sense. They cloned.
Well,
what were your thoughts?
I was gonna say I've been waiting for this movie for like a year and a half, because you know Netflix had that big ass expo where they show all the movies that's gonna come out in the next oncoming year. So I've been waiting for this movie for a long ass time, and I was kind of scared because you know they got that writer strike right now. So I was kind of scared that I might not see it, but evidently they did everything before it even happened, pretty much. But I've been waiting for this movie for like forever. I have, let's see. Wait 1 second, I got a question or whatnot. But
I'm just highlighting what people are saying. I answer exactly. Just keep going.
But what was it? It's just that there's no. I've been waiting for a long time because there's no black sci-fi, like for real.
Indeed.
Like
it's a genre that is desperately needed.
Yes, and it's like
for sure.
I know it's I'll say it's a bit of like it's an Afrofuturism. I can't even talk. Afrofuturism that's like a genre out there where it's like it looks like half 70s stuff, half pyramids, half spacey stuff all together or whatever.
You keep going.
And it gives me that vibe. um, I was just very my initials reactions. I was just happy to see the damn movie in general. I was like cussing people out, like, "Hey, everybody, shut up! I got the TV. We watching Dick on Tyrone or
Right.
whatever." Pretty much, and I had a feeling about the premise for a long ass time because you know what I'm saying. You don't hear nothing about clones without government conspiracies in general. So
Indeed.
I knew it was going to go as deep as it did, but the way they did it, it was kind of like you still had that suspense behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like how far they're going to go with it. You know what I'm saying? And to me, they actually went further than I expected them to go. Tell you the
And
truth.
we say further. This is where I kind of go like this is one of the movies like it satisfies a lot of different layers. Like if you are a deep conspiracy theorist who kind of go really deep on the underground rabbit holes of the internet, it's satisfying. If you are a very surface level person that's just like, I just want to watch a good movie for a few minutes. Give me some shit that's gonna take my mind away. It's satisfying. And if you are somebody who's kind of in between, it satisfies you. Like it gives you a lot of different things. Like, all right, so there was a lot of things that came from this movie. I kind of want to tackle them all. So I'm gonna start at like the top layer. I kind of look at it like an iceberg. Like you start at the top layer, shit, like top to your face. But then the shit that kind of deep, deep.
Still kind of in and out.
I'm in and out.
Yeah.
All right, let me hold the mic right at my fucking face. Y'all hear me? Y'all good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through this movie like an iceberg and just get y'all takes on the different layers that we kind of put out there, from like the most broad to like kind of the shit. Like, all right, I don't know if everybody thought of that, but I saw it. Did y'all see it? That type. You feel me? All right. So you got the obvious layer of white supremacy, right? Is
Mhm.
is peppered through the entire movie of just like how white supremacy have these people boxed into this neighborhood, how white supremacy has these people kind of stuck in these ideologies, how white supremacy has these people like completely just, well, we have to deal
Mhm.
with it because it's nothing we can do about it. Even down to the big bad of the movie. And this will be spoilers heavy. So if you ain't seen it, I'm sorry. We about to tell a bunch of shit that happened in the movie. But
By now, y'all should have seen it because
when you see
we actually late.
it and then you realize, oh, this nigga this our boy. For one, I feel like they did it on purpose because they know that the black community fuck with this white boy.
Mm-hmm.
But then two, I feel like it goes back to like how white supremacy has us like programmed to like be stuck with masses. You feel me? Like, all right, yeah, we gonna keep on fucking with the white guy. God damn, even down to the point this nigga a bad guy in the movie, we still like, damn, I think
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like that was almost done like even the casting was done like to get your brain on the fact that white supremacy is a thing. If that makes sense. Your thoughts on
Well,
that before we go deep? It gets deep as fuck.
well, how I say, I'm gonna just say my first thoughts too. I was surprised that was John Boyega. I was like I didn't realize it was John Boyega to the very end of the movie. I'm like, wait, Tyrone looked like the nigga from Star Wars that was pissed
Yeah,
off at the racist
well,
Star
that's
Wars niggas.
it does a good acting job when you don't know it though.
Yes. Yo,
That's right.
like that's exactly what I said. I said like he's an awesome actor. If I didn't even you know what I'm saying? Cause like in Star Wars, it seemed like he could still be himself, his normal everyday self. He's just playing a stormtrooper or
Yeah,
whatever. But in this, you could tell he is a total different
kind of.
person, period. Or
Yeah,
whatever. And
yeah.
and it plays
He definitely set himself up for some other roles as like in a different spectrum, like where you can see him as somebody else. Because for a minute, I thought he was just gonna be typecast as that guy
mm-hmm.
from Star Wars.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
definitely.
And then the simple fact that John Boyega went through all that racist shit, and now you're doing this movie is shit. They clone Tyrone. You coming from Star Wars, where they cloning everybody anyway. in general, they have a whole clone war, and then you go into tone. They clone Tyrone. It just seems like everything fit. Now, as far as the white supremacy thing, I mean it's all around evident, and it just seems like they got it. It's sewn into everything. Like everything is part of the matrix. What we eat, what we put in our hair, everything, right? But so it also made me think, all right, remember when the white dude or whatever.
Record on his wall, but you got
Well, welcome to the Podnas, the podcast that you may get the background noise in it. Really no telling what's gonna happen. Go ahead, Pat.
But damn, that threw me off. But yeah, the white dude, he even said that for America to work, we all got to get along, right?
Right.
Or whatever. So we make up certain situations so y'all can be distracted and this, that, the third, and have things so we can all come together and this, that, the third, right? So that made me think: are they just doing this to black folk, or are they doing this to different races, including their own? Because they clone Tyrone in Ohio or Alabama, that might be they clone Jericho, they clone Bubba,
they clone Jericho.
they
Yo, that is hilarious. They clone Jericho, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Like, all right, if they clone Mexico.
Hold on, bro. Hold on, nigga. They clone Jericho, nigga.
Yeah.
We ain't about to just ask that nigga. They clone Jericho, nigga.
They
Jericho
Buchanan.
Get his name from this nigga named Jericho. Why do I just envision Chris Jericho with a leather vest on?
Some leather overalls, some shit.
Different places in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jericho. Oh God, nigga, that's hilarious.
Y2J.
That's good. That's good. That's
Y2J.
woo.
But after they clone Jericho, they clone Mexico. You know what I'm saying? They clone. They clone a couple of Filipinos, like all that to just like. Why stop there? We always are like black people are always the front line of freedom or whatever. And after, I'll say if they get rid of all of us, who's going to be left to enslave them, their own people, or whatever.
So when you look at that, right, I feel like the tool that they mainly use is like economics, right? So like one of the biggest themes in this movie was like black poverty. It was like how black poverty affects not only the actual physical dynamics of the neighborhood, right, but also mentality and the operations and the MOs of the different people in the hood. So you got just like he's stuck on like I'm going to receive whatever I get from the people that come to this store. So I'm going to be here every day. You got Tyrone, or what his name was? Frank.
I'm thinking Tyrone maybe his first name. I don't know.
Frank lives in this dilapidated building, house, apartment. I don't even know what you want to call it. It's fucked up. And he lives in here with his so-called mother, and he's cool with it. As he has gold teeth, gold chains, he's picking up large sums of money from this pimp, but he's living in the squalor of the hood. Economic.
You got the respect of the hood and everything, but
poverty. You feel like you're rich when you're making $30,000 a year because it's cash and it's quick and it's not taxed, so you get it today. So you feel like you're special, but you really are still under the thumb of poverty.
in squalor.
Yeah, squalor is the tool
Mhm.
that they make us comfortable with it.
Mhm. Yeah, they do. With our jokes.
The point where my boy got comfortable with it to the point where he's living in the dilapidated place. He's eating pizza off this roach infested couch. Like fuck, I don't care.
It's like it's
Man,
portrayed like he living
he,
the humble
he's
life.
moving like he's the boss. He's portrayed as if he's a boss, yet he's living like look at the literal surroundings of it though. Like the
Hmm.
position of his position in how his neighborhood is seeing him and his actual living condition. It's crazy.
Is I'd say it's well, was it's like the the whole conspiracy is to program you into thinking that's okay. And even when you see when he actually died and they clone him again or whatever, they put that in front of his they put that TV right in front of his face, and he just soaking in all that crazy shit. It shit remind me of like I don't know if y'all remember X-Men Apocalypse. And Apocalypse came in the right time, and then he just absorbed everything off the TV and learned everything right then and there, or whatever. It's a lot of X-Men esque science fiction shit in here, like on the low. But even the whole cloning thing is some stuff right out of the comic book in general. But not only him, the pimp, the pimp himself, the pimp is comfortable in the squalor that he lives in because yeah, he's dressed nice. He's dressed like a person that you would think would have like a nice house and stuff like that or whatever. But he's in a hotel. He's renting out in a hotel. He has
Indeed.
bitches, but he's renting out in a hotel.
But this is
Can't hear you.
where does it stem from?
You said what?
All right, so where does it stem from, right? All right, so
Mm,
you got two main protagonists, right? They're both coming from a place of an emotional reaction to this analytical situation. If you watch how they move, it's all reactionary and emotional. It's all I'm
yeah.
mad at you, I'm salty about this, I'm jealous of this, I'm annoyed about this getting on my nerves, this I don't understand this. It's not like, oh, I thought this through. It's like, let's work this. We're gonna react to this shit. God damn it, we're gonna do this. You did.
We got that. We have that culture that as soon any little form of disrespect, we have to react to it, or people going to look at us like we're soft. We think that, but
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 why
usually it's the opposite.
indeed. But watch the watch where my mind goes with it. All right. There's a scene in the movie that most people kind of dismiss because it's not actually like pushing the plot itself forward. But to me, it tells the story of why every protagonist, why every male in this movie is moving the way they move. All right.
Mhm.
It's the scene where he asks his mom, does she want a sandwich? And the answer she gives doesn't make sense to him. Not bust the door down. He realizes, goddamn thing. All right, watch this. And this is my experience. But I know a lot of people that grew up in my neighborhood that live the same experience. Black mothers and black children. When the majority of black children are being raised by single black mothers. Now, the black fathers that are there are amazing. They're statistically doing way better than any other group. Period. Like, not male, female, just any other group as far as fatherhood, like black males are winning. But in the black community, most males are raised by a single black
Black mother,
wife.
I included.
Now, the black mother got to work extra hard, right, to take care of this black kid.
Hmm.
So the black kid damn near grow up raising himself or raising his younger sister. What do you see in this movie? But a
The
black
same.
mother is actually absentee. And this young black man raising himself, trying to teach himself the ways of the world, as opposed to a black mother who's actually there. And if you watch black mothers that are single, they often indulge themselves in heavily in like extracurricular shit to keep their mind occupied. So they
Mm-hmm.
always involve heavily in the church, or they involve heavily in this weird MLM scheme, or they involved heavily in this vibe, or this thing, or this group, or
Oh, just
this
fuckery.
yeah. It's always a thing. I ate my fish fry today at the church. You know, no, mama, you ain't there. But you ain't there though. I need. How many black boys have called out for a black mother and their mother not been there because they not been there because of one of these whatever? How many black kids are raising themselves right now because of the state of black kids? The fact that a black mother has to live with a kid with a kid. Like that's the shit that my mind. This nigga bust in the room and it's nothing there. He's been literally
That
catering
shit was
empty room.
that was the most shocking part of the movie to me. Like
But why
seriously. Like I didn't expect that. I didn't
shit?
expect that at all.
And so many other kids like me grew up with a mother that was there but wasn't there. And not because they didn't want to be. The effort was there, the desire was there, the time won't there. How can I sustain this household and be physically there? I can't. So my kid got to be a latchkey baby. And there was a lot of kids in my generation that grew up like this, where you had to let yourself into the house. You had your key in your sock or around your neck on a shoestring or whatever the case may be. And that was your everyday lifestyle. You made your own lunch and dinner. You ate lunch if you had lunch at school. Most of the time you was on free lunch. So you had breakfast and lunch taken care of. But then you made your own dinner. So by the time mama got home, you better have your ass in the bed.
And if you have siblings, you did for them too.
Or if mama was home, she's so tired from working whatever, she done.
And hence why you never see the mother.
For the eat. If she got that and she done. So you grow up on this, I'm taking care of this woman, but she's not really there. So I'm taking care of myself, I'm taking care of whatever siblings I got, and I'm taking care of this woman. All at the same time. And that's my everyday dynamic. For years. But when I reach out for help, there's no person there because the person is gone. They got work to do. They got to make this money to make sure the lights stay on, so I don't be fumbling around in the dark. They got to make sure the gas stay on so I can cook my dinner. Make sure whatever else they, you know what I mean? Like it's fucked up. But look at how many absentee parents you have in the black community just off of necessity. And that's one of the things I think was highlighted in the movie that was not necessarily caught by the average person. Like I don't see people talking about this in the average review. Like this motherfucker was actually literally taking care of a motherfucker that won't dare, that was supposed to be taking care of him. Like think about how fucked up that of a dynamic that is, and he still had to make that shit work. And then he drugged her. Like that's crazy. You did. Like
Yeah.
like the mere fact that you have to be you taking care of somebody that's not there, that's supposed to be taking care of you. Taking care of an empty room that's supposed to be filled with the person that's taking care of you, and you are sitting here expected to live up to something other than the drug dealing process. if you do, you are amazing. Like, I want you to think about that. Like, you are completely surrounded and utterly surrounded by trash. And you are by yourself, figuring this shit out. And the person that is the one thing or entity that is supposed to be at the utmost taking care of you at all moments is so busy trying to take care of you that they can't. So you have to take care of them. So when you bust into the room, it's empty. God dang.
And that's like I said, that
Who picked that? That is the real central theme of this movie of like how broken the black household is. That everything that else that spawns from it is gotta be fucked up. You gotta be able to clone us. Of course, we're the test subject. The mere
front line of freedom.
First thing that's supposed to nurture and take care of us has been stripped away from us due to a circumstance beyond our control, and we have to deal with it. And oftentimes, we are the ones that end up taking care of said entity.
What trips me out about that scene though is that they didn't have to put that scene in there. Like they could have kept that scene all the way out, and it would have been totally fine in the movie. But just because they put that one scene there, it makes the movie 10 times better.
Yo, it's the elephant in the room that we know is there, but we keep trying to find it, and then they give it. Oh
yeah.
From the start, he was fucked up. Whether this happened to him or not, this loop of drug dealer, pimp, prostitute, constantly searching for your belonging, bam, it's all over. Like, this is constantly going to keep happening because of this initial fundamental flaw in our foundation. The very foundation we start on is often shaky.
Instead of like it's like instead of the school to prison pipeline, it's more like the community to prison pipeline.
I don't know what this. All right, I was trying to make sense of some shit, but my brain just you got it.
We talked about they cloned Tyrone last call.
So when we get to that, right, I asked this question: who is to blame for the plight of Black America today? Like the chicken, the face. You got to come off mute. Hold on, let me see if I can help.
Today.
There we go. Hey,
face mob,
face Bobby Dobby, big broski. What's happening?
What's happening?
What's happening? All right, so today, based. All right, you know the movie. We done already. You know our offline chat. We know. What do you feel like is the cause of the plight of Black America today? Is it the white? Like, I feel like this movie gives you all of the problem and then asks you to say which one is the real root. It's like it leaves it on you to. It starts to me. The reason it starts to loop over at another Tyrone at the Nate version of this cat is because it's saying to you it's cyclical. But what's the real root so we can stop? And it gives you all of these different dynamics. It gives you the white man. It gives you the broken family home. It gives you the absentee parent. It gives you the alcoholism and the weed use. It gives you the economical issues where everybody's in poverty. So what else do you do? It gives you all of these shit, right? So what is the plight? What's the real thing? What's the thing in 2023?
I'm going to take it from a view of the movie and say it's not just one thing. It's a combination of different things based on where you specifically fall in the spectrum of Black, or where you fall at, just based off where you fall at geographically. And when they were in the hood, they were keeping themselves in that, because before you even saw the clone, before you see the white man, their continuation of wanting to be in bullshit kept them there. If you see, like, when they first offered, why don't you come with us? Why don't you come with us down to Memphis? At first, he was so reluctant because he wanted to stay where he was at. You feel me? He felt like even if I go somewhere else, I'm still this. So their reluctancy keeps us from trying to grow and be something that we know we can be, but we're so reluctant to do it, reluctant to change. As the movie progressed, we saw other things. Then you see the white man and, well, the quote unquote white man. Before you saw the bigger picture, you saw the white man doing whatever they needed to do, using their community as puppets and keeping them in that environment so their bigger picture could grow and flourish. So in an instance, what they were doing to the community, unbeknownst to the community, were keeping them bottled up, keeping them from actually overcoming. As the movie progressed, you see the old black man. Even though he wasn't the head man, he was a head geneticist, and he wasn't the big man, but he was still a big part of that. You feel me? So at the end of, he was the brain of the, how can I say, he was the brain of the bullshit. Even though he wasn't the brain of the total plot of this is our master scheme, he was the brain of the bullshit. So you can see even those, you can see, look at that and say, even those who have achieved something and gotten out of the hood don't want to lend a hand out to those who who need to get out and want to keep them in their area as well, so they can still be in their precious position and not have anyone as competition. Because if you see, he never cloned another one of himself to be another geneticist. He cloned only lesser versions of himself.
I swear to God, everything in this movie is an X-Men comic book. I'm telling you. He just what they said, or whatever. Like they have the scientists and the X-Men. Oh, how to say? Right, Beast is evil now, and he keeps fucking with Wolverine and cloning Wolverine. So he can have a reliable team. He clones a bunch of himself, but he gives him little subtle problems. Like he's the only one that can see, and the rest of them got to use glasses. Like he gives them little subtle traits to make them slightly inferior to the other person, to himself, so they don't be smart enough to overcome him. You know what I'm saying? So that's the same thing as this guy doing in this movie. Like exactly. Like
He's cloning them and making them dumb.
yeah. Yeah, I can't make you why would I make a clone smarter than me so the guy can look at me like I'm stupid and kill me off and take my place? That would be that's just logically stupid. Evil or not.
Now outside the movie, I feel like we can't see who is the cause behind holding us back or us not being able to get to that next step, because the plan to keep us in this place is so far ahead set that we're in year 15 of whatever plan they have of a 30-year plan. So we trying to catch up and figure out who is this mastermind, but we so deep in the plan and so deep in their plot that we can't figure it out. So we point fingers at everybody else and making up the illusion. Oh, it's Illuminati. Who is this? But all along, the real creators of the plan, the real people who are benefiting from us and our culture and our people and whatever you want to say, our melanated brothers and sisters in this same bullshit, the ones who are really prospering, we'll never see them. We'll never lay eyes on them. So,
you know what I would say this, man. All right, so there's a lot of ways I go with everything that you and Pat. When you look at we're trapping ourselves. Like I feel like the movie is that, like, if you're gonna trap if you are whatever mindset you're locked into going into the movie is where you stay.
Mm-hmm.
You can be in life, but it's not necessarily something that's needed for everybody. Some people already went in, like, I already know. Bang, bang, bang. This. Some people went in like, well, I would. Little do you know.
Got it now.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
I think the biggest theme of this movie, right, that ties it all in is the blissful ignorance of it. Like, if you don't know, then it's just a funny ass movie. Until you did. like it only becomes an intricate one of those deep dive cult type classic movies when you start to dig. If you don't dig at all, it can just be a movie stand still by itself that's just funny as hell. Because the shit, nigga, I'm going down, nigga. That shit right there, I was crying laughing. Like Jamie Foxx was like, all right. First of all, can we just say Jamie Foxx is a national treasure? This nigga's like
Could say he more than a triple threat for the longest.
like no, fuck a triple threat. This nigga can act, sing, do comedy,
Impersonations.
like, low key dance, do impersonations. He can, goddamn, like he can host a
Action
show.
hero.
Yeah, like the nigga,
Comedian.
like the nigga's pretty talented motherfucker. Like God, he one of them niggas. Like
He
God gave,
just
like hey nigga, you can be good at shit. Here, take it.
it's like you got comedians and then you have entertainers, like the
Yeah.
all around.
Like he could sit there and
Scope.
tell me the dictionary, and I'm gonna be entertained as fuck. He gonna find a way to make that. Movie. So but anyway, like it can just stand on as a comedy movie or just a sci-fi movie. It can be one of them wacky ass. Like again, like if this movie came out at 74, it would be perfect. Like it's like a blaxploitation movie, but with 2023 satire.
And effects.
It just did that. Like it's bad enough it can be good. It's good enough it can be bad. It's critique. It's like it checks all of the boxes of just a good, entertaining movie. But it has all of these other facets that if you don't take your time with it, if you don't peel back them layers, you miss it.
I was gonna respond to what Last Call said. Matter of fact, like he was saying, what was the last thing? Well, let me put this before he. Whatever. But yeah, that or whatever.
Let's talk about
I what you were saying, blissful ignorance. Your
Yeah.
last question before is what was the cause of it, and
Yeah.
blissful ignorance kind of answers that question. Like the absence of information, the absence of knowledge. It seems like it's the overall theme with this. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't until they actually had some stake in the game where they would benefit from the knowledge that they actually went about to go ahead and do something about it. Like
that's fine. Come on.
and then that but to address the whole silly
Party.
part of the whole silly part of the movie, sometimes when you're trying to feed people knowledge, you gotta put a little sugar in it.
Makes the medicine go down.
Yeah, like you can't just force feed all of it at once. You know what I'm saying? Because you might throw up from it. It might be a little too much. Cognitive dissonance might kick in. Pause, because Space got that face like pause. You know what I'm saying? So he gets that. I already know. But like it might be a little too much. Pause again. For one person to
Never
comprehend.
never too much.
To comprehend it was, man.
Hey yo.
Like, what is it? I'm trying to think of another movie that's like that. Or whatever. Where it's like Face, you on mute.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Oh, like we was talking about the other day. Sorry to bother you. Or whatever. Well, that didn't really have a message behind it. Or whatever, but it kind of do, but it kind of don't. But it wasn't like a serious enough message. What is it? They showed a clone upbringing instead of a main scientist who was the clone of himself.
All right, let me hop. All right. So what I would say is I agree. I think that was if I do have a knack on the movie or like something that I can nitpick at, I would say the lack of information the original person made it. Like if you're gonna base a movie off of the clones of an original person and have the original person actually appear in the movie, if he died off screen and you never seen him, cool. But if we're gonna meet him, I feel like his backstory sets the tone for all of the clones, the reason for this experiment, and gives another layer of I don't love myself enough to just be comfortable with just how many needs do I have to make?
That's what I was saying. That nigga was King the Conqueror on the low. All them different versions.
Let me do this again because this version of me ain't good enough. Or this version, the code switching. It's the I need to be a chameleon in public because I'm black than most people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, but see, that's some things. Like it's like the nigga knew what he was doing when he made this movie. It's like it's there. It's right there.
What I was gonna say, the lack of information about the main, the main person, the original person and not the clone, that could lead to a whole nother movie. The whole next movie could be let's find out about, because they brought up the other clone at the end. So let's find out who the original guy was and what drove him to be this way, pretty much.
Now that we got this movie, and I hate that we do this with Netflix movies or other movies that are of the black genre, often get pushed to the way. We get these awesome premises. The initial movie sets everything up. It builds this world, right? But then we don't go further and make the sequel. We leave that where it was. No, make the sequel. We got 13 Jaws and Friday 13th and Saws and Scream and all these other movies that like white people like. Why can't we have like the anthology or the series of this movie where like we get more into this world and we figure out why the scientists did it? Give me the prequel. And give me the sequel where we do follow the actual Tyrone. How did he react to this? What is the world doing now that they know that this is the plot? Like, there's so many ways you can go with it and still tie in satirical facets from the everyday world we live in.
But
they need to build on it. They got to stop giving us these like little tidbits and then saying, "All right, no, don't go to the next thing. Stop. Hold on. This.
I'm going to agree, but at the same time, I'm going to also, like, in certain cases, sometimes the original movie was better on its own. Pretty much. Like even if they do make a sequel to it or whatever, it's like, all right, what are they going to call it? They Cloned Tyrone 2?
No. Something else. Like you call it something else, but it's the same thing. Like treat it like a James Bond series. None of them shits. It wasn't like James Bond 1, James Bond 2, James Bond 3. It was like,
true.
I wish to die another day, and this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third. But all the same character and a continuation from the last thing.
Oh, so it could be just any old. Who are you? That could be the next movie. Who are you? The sequel to They Cloned Tyrone, and now you like, why the hell did they name it that? I gotta find out why they named it that. I gotta go watch the movie now. Oh, Straight Face Stranger said they could just call it Tyrone.
Or
that would work.
Or they can call it They Clone Whoever Too. You feel me? Like TOO.
Oh, true. That could work.
You feel me?
That could work.
Say how your characters, but being they going to Memphis or whatever where another facility is, they up on somebody, or you feel me? You never know what the storyline could be. Expound on that.
The scene.
Say that one more time.
All
I said
Say,
that. Fuck did I say? Damn. Oh, I said they like they could call it. They say they clone Rita too, but TOO. You feel me? So not like part two, but like also. So being your main characters in it, characters going to Memphis, say they meet a Rita or whatever, end up she being a clone or whatever, and they expose her to the truth or whatever, and being some other shit or just build on that.
oh,
Yes, like you make
They-
it a series of movies that's actually a comedy sci-fi,
all right.
but it
They
keeps on different satirical themes that you just build on based off whatever's going on in the world that day. Ukraine, the Trump trial, whatever going on, you just keep on building off of the real world shit, but you make it about these three motherfuckers. Like this shit ain't hard. This shit ain't
what's
rocket science.
what's the girl's name? The hoe? What's the hoe name?
Shit, the hoe. I don't remember.
Oh, well, all right. Sorry,
Rita.
it's gonna be the hoe for right now.
Oh,
So
with the whole name.
they
Coco.
clone the pimp and they clone Franklin, but they did not clone her. They looked at her like there was no reason to clone you. Like there's nothing special about you, right? So the next movie could be they clone the hoe too, like Face did. And then just
Yeah.
because she was strong enough to outthink their whole, you know what I'm saying, their whole system.
Was kind of the one, won't she?
Yeah, she. So
Uh-huh.
now we need to clone her to see how her mind works, so we can overcome it.
Cause she
Now,
downplayed her intelligence movie until like the midway that you could figure out that she was actually not just a hoe. She was just settling in life. You feel me? Like she just settled for that life. Actually been more if she'd applied herself based on boys
right,
and shit.
right. Damn right.
Yep.
The
Yep.
outside world, white people looking at her, she was just a dime a dozen hoe. But in all actuality, don't judge a book by the cover because she was actually could have been a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist.
The Pulitzer Pepper, the Peter Piper, pit the pecker, pepper,
You know it.
the pick, pepper. How many people?
All right. What was the main part of the movie to you that it was the moment that clicked? Like, oh shit, they got everything locked down.
All right.
Like,
So when they first, all right. So when they was in the chicken spot, Jamie started looking around.
yeah,
The third look around, my brain started piecing together. Okay, so they got the chicken because everybody acting the same way. So what else do they got locked down? Because if they got the chicken, then that mean they got that. That mean they attacking black culture. So then I started thinking back to the music. I didn't quite realize that it went as deep as the perms and all that shit just yet. But I did know at that moment that like, oh, these niggas is like, okay, so the main like overarching theme is that white supremacy is programming every part of black culture. That makes sense.
Yeah, like it was.
But I hate to
me,
say it.
You hate to say what?
It was the chick.
Like, to me, I felt like when I felt like the chicken part was gonna be obvious. Like I was even actually waiting for a Popeye's chicken lady to pop up or some shit, and they play on that. I was expecting that. The music part, I was expecting that. But when they hit me with like the products that like all of a sudden they go from high strong weight, worried about everything, and then next thing you know, this bitch is sleepy and she acting high as a bitch, and she not even, man, I don't give a fuck. That part right there, I was like, oh shit, y'all. That wasn't the part where I knew that they were in everything, but that was the part where I knew like the people that wrote this movie really wanted to dig in, pretty much.
Oh,
because I wasn't even expecting that shit.
Yeah, the perm is what really threw me off more than anything. Like the perm, I was. So we going into what niggas putting in the head. Okay, the just for me. Immediately in my mind went to just for me. I don't know that just for me is a racist product, but if it is, this movie just made me not surprised.
To
Like
me,
as I saw that shit, I was like, oh, that's just for me.
I
see,
put anything
Or Dark and Lovely.
black folks I don't fuck with.
I put it this way: this movie is pretty much just snitching and saying that everything that is promoted to you black people is ran by white people in power.
We can't be snitching unless we did it to ourselves. But damn,
Yeah.
bullshit, and we are complicit. So you are, damn, Pat, you deep with that. You didn't even know it.
Like it's just if you have that, it's kind of hard to beat a system if you don't got the knowledge of the system. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And if they're not openly, just look at the stuff that they're doing right now. Like Florida, they can't even talk about slavery unless they say something nice about it when it was nothing nice about it. They got to say
The
they
plantation,
benefited from the skills and shit to
right,
make them better people.
they heard good sweet tea on the plantation. They
Yeah, they got to do stupid shit like that. So
them up.
They didn't
and
pick them, but
They
it's
kill them and everything. But
us,
they
the people
good,
that made the
good
pyramids, the people
doula.
that created civilization, had to think of skills. They had to learn skills that we already knew historically. We taught y'all first, so we got to go with y'all to learn the same fucking skills we already fucking know naturally.
Indeed.
just
Mm.
for me.
So that's where I get the whole movie is a dog whistle to let
Three.
everybody in Black America know that.
RME. I'm sorry. That ain't had
Oh,
nothing to do with I apologize.
but
But
yeah, the whole movie is a dog whistle. The whole movie is a dog whistle on, hey, this is we control everything. Shit, we even control this movie. Because if you look at it, all right, out of all the things the characters of the movies have to be, I mean, I understand it because that's the premise of the movie. But you have a black sci-fi movie, and what we get for the black sci-fi movie, a pimp, a drug dealer, and a hoe, still in a black sci-fi movie. You get what I'm saying? So like it's even bigger than that. Like, I don't know, I might be just tripping a little bit further, just thinking a
Hey,
little
they
more
off,
into it.
and that
But
is
no, keep going, because I'm gonna ask y'all what other themes did y'all find before we go into
I'm just happy they got down actually put in the theme of the music.
I put it like this.
Just
I saw that niggas will always be niggas. Because if you
oh
see, even when the big plan got exposed and they were running down there and they was beating up
oh
the
yeah.
scientists, niggas was still being niggas.
Yes.
You feel me? Niggas was exposed to the big plan. Oh, this is what they really want us to be doing, but you were still doing it.
that's
hmm No, like even when they did when everything was exposed, the clones start walking out on their own and everything, and the news report was there. What killed me is when the dude was doing the regular news report, and then this motherfucker coming around with his phone doing TikToks and shit, saying,
Yeah,
his doing his content, say, yeah, nigga, they cloning and shit, and you know what I'm saying, all ignorant and stuff before the dude can even say it.
they
niggas.
cloning niggas.
That
Regardless,
shit
Nigga.
was perfect. That
Nigga.
scene
or
was
not.
totally fucking perfect. Like, I feel like the whole movie was built just so that one scene could be fucking perfect like that. Like, because that's exactly what media is now, yo. Half news report, half TikToks.
God damn bullshit. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga.
It's the continuation of bullshit. We riding somebody else's master plan instead of deviating, seeing what's wrong, and doing the thing, doing what we need to do for ourselves. But
And that's
hey,
that's the shit that killed me.
niggas prefer handouts. Yeah,
And it don't stop.
niggas.
Uh,
But yeah, know why they'll never give motherfuckers reparations? Because niggas wouldn't be asking for nothing no more.
huh,
Yeah,
baby.
As long
it's
as you
just
get
like,
in a position where we have to ask for something, and they have the ability to give something and keep us on a leash and give a little bit here and give a little bit here. you never get what you really want. But once you attain that point where you ain't gotta ask for shit no more, it's laid out for you.
Well, a pimp always keep their hoes looking nice and making sure they well fed and everything and have a place to live, but they don't ever give them money.
Hell no.
Money and opportunities. No.
Give me that.
No.
Hana.
Where the fuck is Kamala at?
What? Hold on, nigga. What? Hold on.
Oh shit! This nigga came out of nowhere.
All right. So y'all know. But what the fuck did that nigga just say? Like, what did that got to do? Are you talking about Kamala Harris? Kamala the rest?
Yes.
Which Kamala are you talking about? And why?
Harris.
Yeah.
That nigga said, where the fuck is Kamala at? I don't know, nigga. You are looking for
And
her.
another thing.
I hope you find
Where's the bottom joint at? You know, like, she was the one giving a little power to get
you somewhere wearing single soul Tim's around the White House.
And them same goddamn faded ass jeans. She been wearing all the goddamn time.
You did it, Joe. Joe, you still there, Joe? Joe? Oh Lord, somebody call in the defibrillator for Joe again.
His ass still there. Who the fuck is she at? Missing like where's Waldo in this motherfucker? Haven't seen hide no hair, your ass.
Hide no hair. Maybe she had them products and they cloned Tyrone, and that's why. I'm like, oh man, they about to start a war. I'm getting my hair done. Blissful ignorance. Blissful ignorance.
Hell no.
You got them.
But like you said, like Face, you hit it right on the dot. Niggas would still being niggas. They were going through a whole revolution and being niggas at the same time while being there or whatever. You know?
People are satisfied and settling. They're satisfied and to wallow in bullshit and never have to try to improve themselves because improving yourself requires work. And motherfuckers, if you have to, and a lot of motherfuckers, if you have to choose to do work or choose not to do work, most motherfuckers is gonna choose not to do work, especially if it's gonna improve. Remember, it ain't the fear of improving or fear of success. It's just the luxury of laziness. That's it. Niggas be using the luxury of laziness. Motherfuckers out here, if I can sit on my ass and get a check, I will. Motherfuckers, shit. You can sit on your ass and get a check. You can get a check and go do something too. Don't use the luxury of laziness.
I'm gonna be complacent. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be.
And then it's
your contempt.
Okay.
And then
so my computer died. So I don't know what y'all saying for like the past
niggas being niggas, man.
Niggas is niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Niggas do be fucking niggas.
Niggas be nigga, right?
And excellent segue.
The prison problem.
Niggas are addicted.
The prison problem, I feel like that would have took it too much out of the neighborhood, so I feel like it would have lost the setting. I feel like that
could be in the next movie.
Prequel or a sequel to kind of bring in a couple more of those issues like the crack era and the prison problem. I honestly do.
You can't load up a movie too much or whatever, because especially in this day and age with the low attention span and shit in general,
people just stupid.
Those are niggas. Like the first 20 minutes do some shit like that.
Like if you get too deep into it, niggas is gonna be like, all right, y'all talk about this now. What about what happened with this and this and this? Like if you have too much shit going on at one time or whatever, it might be hard for people to keep up with what's going on in the movie. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck?
I said indeed.
It's just like it didn't win out.
Nigga,
But
what?
it's just like it's just said it and then it went out.
Let us
Like
say indeed's nuts.
Lord.
You heard that, did you, bitch?
No, I did. No, I did. Because I choose not to. Choose not. But another thing this movie showed is that niggas is also addicted to fuckery.
Oh man, are they ever?
All addicted to fuckery. And I feel like us talking about they clone Tyrone was already the good, pretty much. But
Hold on. Us talking about what?
us talking about they clone Tyrone is the good part
Okay, I'm glad
already.
you pronounced that better. Okay.
Or whatever. So, and I also feel like, especially that scene when they went in and they took over, pretty much all the niggas went in there and just straight up took over the cloning factory. Kind of reminds me of a certain situation that had over this weekend.
What happened?
Montgomery, Alabama.
Oh yes, sir.
So let's start the good and fuckery off
Oh,
with.
happy Black History Day.
No. We're taking over August. We're going
We'll,
to colonize August.
we'll take
We
August.
take
Thank you. And if you got some
happy,
about it, you see what.
happy new Black History Month, everybody. Happy new Black History Month. The whites had January 6th. We got August 5th. on this episode of the good and fuckery.
Good and fuckery. I don't have a button because my computer died.
And
Well, I also was going to say, let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Oh man. So, who wants to narrate? Well, it is
All
my
right.
segment, so let me narrate. If you want to narrate,
So this is where I'll start.
yeah.
I'll give you my roller coaster ride of emotions as I watch the video. All right, so I started off when I first saw it on my timeline. I got it from Tariq Nasheed, so I just knew it was about to be some bullshit. Nigga getting his ass whooped. God damn it! Yet again, here we go. So the video starts off, and I'm watching the white men surround the black man. I see the black man say "fuck it" because he done got punched. And I'm like, oh, they about to beat this black man ass. And then that video cuts. So the Tariq Nasheed thing I saw was like a stitch. It was like 4 videos in one. It was like black, then black, then black, then black. All right. So off the first video, the last image of that first video I see is the black man getting beat up by white folk. And it's like 4, 5 of them. So I'm like, oh, they gonna kill this man. Lord Jesus, why do I have to watch this again? And then the next video I see is this wonderfully narrated video of the white man still fighting this black man, but the white man then shoving a white man, a very small, petite white man, and this black man coming up from under the bottom of the screen. I'm sure Pat, with his research abilities, got the name of this man. But this man swam his black ass from the big boat that was supposed to be docking. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. I know I'm skipping around. Please forgive. For the people that don't know what the fuck happened, for some reason, you was under a rock and you died, and nobody called your phone or sent you a message or sent you a meme or nothing. So you just out of this. In Montgomery, Alabama, they had a race fight over the weekend. All right, so these white folk, about 7 of them, about 5 dudes, 2 ladies, 4 dudes, 3 ladies, something like that. It was an uneven amount. But they had a boat, and they were docked. And this big-ass tour boat wanted to come dock. Now, the tour boat's supposed to come dock right now. So you supposed to get your little piss ass boat the fuck about the way. That's the rule of the dock. Everybody else is following the dock rules. Everybody else having a good old day, skipping along this damn port. Now, a little backstory on this port. This particular dock used to be a place where they sold slaves. So mind you, it's a mixed crowd at this dock. You got white folk coming along to enjoy the beautiful sunshine and the breeze off the water. You got black folk coming to enjoy them a drink and enjoy the sunset as it sets on the water. You got cruise ship people that's coming in on this big ass tour ship that been drinking, and they just want to get the fuck off this damn boat that they own. And then you got private people that's out here on their boats enjoying the water because it's hot as fuck. All right, so you got a mixed crowd. But you don't know who exactly you encountering as you deal with this day. So throughout this day, these white folk are docked in this area. The big tour boat need to dock. And this motherfucking boat just sits there. So the black security guard comes and he begins to let everybody know, hey guys, y'all gotta move your boats. Because the big boat coming on in, and this is where it's supposed to dock. So you gotta get out the way. Everybody else gets to untying their boats and moving their boats along and getting the fuck on about the way in general. Black security guard come back and he got to tell these folk again, move your boat. Now these folk are up in this restaurant and they up there chilling. They drinking, they hanging out, they whatever vibes the restaurant got, they are basking in the ambiance of this fucking restaurant. As this black man tells them, hey guys, you gotta move your boat. This big tour boat full of people who paid to be on this boat needs you to move your little piss ass dingy boat. All right. That's the context we enter in. So now finally these white folk have walked a little red, sunburned, drunk ass on down. And they are now deciding to go ahead and say, hey, look, we ain't gonna move our boat. This is our boat. Because at this point, the black man got tired of asking your white ass to get the fuck on down from this restaurant and come move your boat. So he done started moving your boat manually. He has begun to untie your boat and get your boat the fuck on. Because this big ass boat that will come crush your little ass dinghy is on its way in and it won't dock. Now the people on this big ass boat are singing songs like, move your boat, and move, bitch.
Bitch,
Get out the
get
way.
out the way. I
So
love Negro
they are
spirituals.
chanting, boat moval songs. I don't know if boat moval is a term. I'm pretty sure that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
It is today. You know, I make up words all the time.
If you will. Now, this black crew, this boat got a crew that's a lot of black folk. As I mentioned to you, this place is a place where they used to sell slaves. So you can imagine there's a lot of black folk that's there with their families. They come in to enjoy some dinner. So they sitting up on the restaurant area above the dock area. And then the boat, the Harriet or whatever it was called, that's trying to dock is full of
ironically
created black folk and black dock workers. This black security guard is now being berated by these white folk. And he keep telling them move your damn boat. So now he arguing with these white folk. At this point, no problem. You got two groups arguing. Well, a group and a man, and they arguing. Cool. Argue your point if that's what you feel. I'm not gonna fight against your First Amendment right. But then one of these white men decides to reach out. With much, it had to have been Harriet Tubman or Nat Turner's hand that just moved this white man's hand out to make him strike this black man. And this black man, with all of the ancestors behind him, threw his hat up as he was struck.
like Bobby Shmurda.
With the international symbol for, oh, you done fuck around and found out, ain't you?
I've been waiting to do this shit for the longest time.
And squared up with these white men, and they began to brawl. Now these white men began to get the best of him because it was about 4 or 5 of them, and it was one of this black man. But he was throwing them things. He was holding his own. But the beauty is, as you see this black man fall to the ground, and these white men begin to jump upon him, the video stops, and another video starts. And you hear this black woman saying, "He's swimming! He's swimming!" And you see this young black brother who has been called everything from sea murder to the Black Aquaman to all other types
Aquaman.
of names in between.
Jermichael Phelps. They called this nigga Jermichael Phelps.
This awesome black young man who I've recently found out, or at least I'm led to believe, was only 16 years old. God bless him.
Yes, he was 16-year-old. I'm about to pull up his name in a minute.
Now, this black man said it all. He sees this white man beating this black man, and he hops his fins off of this boat. He jumps into the water. Now, he worked for the boat, so he know he about to get fired, more than likely. But he sees a black man getting jumped on by a group of white men. Not a fair fade where, black man is getting his ass whooped. But a group of white men are beating on this black man, and this young black boy hops his ass on this boat. And it seemed like when he hopped off the boat, there was a cacophony, a cavalcade, cascade, an avalanche, a deluge, a cornucopia of niggas that descended upon this dock.
It was like a nigga in game.
From all the high heavens of the restaurants, from all the high heavens of the other areas of the dock. And they began to not only just push the white men off of this black man, but they began to deliver some heavenly hands.
Baby. All kinds of Wakanda chants.
And you heard Nat Turner just giggling in the background. Finish them.
Oh, the young man is named Aaron Rudolph. 16-year-old Aaron Rudolph.
It's old.
Now known as Aquaman.
Now Aquaman. They finished beating on these white men. The white men decided to run away and copper like they often do. And they ran back to their boat and they sat. And they thought that it was over. Because the black men that was there at that moment did not pursue them. But as they sat in their boat, some other boats had moved. Just enough for the third video to start.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, the wonderful boat of the Harriet had finally docked and made its way aboard land. And you see what I can only describe as, if you've ever seen Tom and Jerry, and you remember the episode where it was a good 4 or 5 mice, and they had on Dauber hats. And they pushed them Dauber hats forward and went a marching at Tom's ass. And they were about to deliver some holy mice hands to the Tom, I mean. But if you remember that episode, that's what these black men look like. But they ain't had no shirts on, or they had on dock worker shirts. And they were skipping. With what
I wanted to point that out.
The joy of every black man that ever worked the field, every black man that ever wanted to tell his boss, fuck you, every black man that ever was cut in line, every black man that ever had suffered any injustice from the hands of the oppressor. And they skipped their ass up to the boat where these white men were sitting. And I don't know what they said, but I can only imagine they said something like, "Oh, motherfuckers, you thought it was over with your privileged ass. You thought you would call black brother and sit down." And the white men got up, and when they got up, one of the black men reached his holy hand out from God. God grabbed his hand and swung it in a heavenly straight right. and it connected with the white Bama man's face. And all hell broke loose part two. And all of these black folk came from out of the woodworks to beat on some white ass. And they beat every white motherfucker that was down with the white folk on the boat, that was on the boat, that wanted to get on the boat with the white folk, that saw it and didn't do nothing. If you was white and was walking up the dock in that moment, you were hit with all of the ancestor hands.
I was gonna couple of things I wanted to point out. Aquaman. Aquaman is strong as fuck. He swam.
And then pushed his. Did you see the jump out?
Yeah, he swam. He Namored his ass on over to the fight, and then still had energy to fight. He body slammed somebody, and then proceed to do the Luthez press. If y'all don't know what that is when you're
laying
down. The dude's laying down, and you're just punching him while the person is laying down. That's pretty much it. And he was going to fuck in. And then next thing you know, the Avengers music theme song came in, the portals opened up, and all the niggas in the world came out in all different types of forms. I also, before this all happened, it turned out that they had like a ceremony, basically giving, not giving props, but they had a ceremony for the ancestors of the slaves that was there. And yeah, I think that energy just went on throughout the day, and them white guys tried to be traditional privileged motherfuckers at the wrong motherfucking time, pretty much. It was like that December 21st rumor came out. Like Aquaman, the only nigga that got superpowers to swim and shit and just randomly keep fighting.
Like, I don't mean no harm. I could have made the swim. But I would have got my ass whooped once I got up on that damn dock. Because I would have rolled my ass out that water. It wouldn't have been no smooth jump out. Like I'm just, no, nigga, it ain't gonna be no goddamn Old Spice commercial. A nigga gonna push out and gonna have to put his elbows and his knees up and roll on out of that water. It's gonna take me a minute. Somebody gonna get a good kick in before I get up.
But when I get up,
it's going down. But it won't take me a minute.
Better run. Better hop in your little docker shorts and run your ass off the dock.
Damn right.
Pretty much. Matter of fact, since we're talking about dock, I'm gonna dox these dudes. The white people that came up, because they actually they fucking own a store or whatever.
Oh,
that's why they wanted them extra privileged motherfuckers to have a boat and whatnot. They actually own the store, so I'm gonna actually put all their business out in the open, so whoever's in Alabama know not to go to that store. I think it starts with like a B or something, Visitor, some shit. I'm about to find out or whatever. But yeah, props to Aquaman. Props to the Black Avengers that came out of nowhere. And there was this one black man with a chair. And I ain't seen nobody get hit in the back with a chair like that since WWE, bro. Like that. God damn, that nigga was clearing. He was clearing the whole dock with that chair. And then he hit the lady. But I feel like I'm not condoning violence to women at all. At all. But what made you think that you were gonna bring your happy tail into a brawl and not get hurt some type of way? Like in general, like what made you think that, Angel?
She thought.
What'd you say, Faith?
She thought she had that much privilege.
She did. How you would dare not hit a Karen? Well, you learned today. And then they were totally in the wrong. They were so in the wrong. I haven't even seen Fox News say anything really about it. I haven't heard no kind of spin or nothing. Just
Ain't shit you
They
can't spin with video from
yeah, but
multiple angles.
they didn't do it like it was black people. They did it like, well, there was a brawl in Montgomery. No, nigga, say it exactly how you was. Because if it was some black people that was in the brawl, he was like, 5 black men jumped a white security guard in this, that, and the third. I want you to say it just like you would have said that. All right. But white man jumped on a black man trying to do his job
Damn right.
and got retribution. Oh,
Like a
have you lost your ever loving mind? Or whatever. But finally, it wasn't. And to me, it's not a racial thing. It's just the simple fact that finally, we've seen some black people sticking together.
yeah, I like the unity. The unity was awesome.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Finally, y'all are getting it now. Like it's clicking in your heads now. I feel like that's one of them times where, like, moments like this is when, like, the time stream is changed up. We really did something that just can change how we do things, like how just our mindset. Oh, like, okay, so baby, we can stick together on this shit or whatever. But at the same time, let's be honest, niggas will still be niggas. At the end of the day, everybody in Montgomery, Alabama, was waiting for a day like this to happen, where they could whoop up on the descendants of their oppressors and get away with it, and not being wrong about it in any type of way, and they couldn't spin it in any other type of way. They just had to say it in the most bare non-racial facts, because if they actually did it in racial facts, they would look wrong and actually in the whole matter or whatever. But where the fuck did he get that chair from? That's what I'm trying to figure out. They just had chairs just out there and whatnot. And then I learned so much about folding chairs. Like, I heard that the the patent of the folding chair is made from a black man. There's just so much things that's going around. But he really, but
no, no.
I think the only reason why that white lady got hit is because, what is it? It's like Warriors Rage. When you just in rage and you just seeing red and black, you don't know what's up. I just know you in my way and you about to get hit because you in my way. Because why are you here?
I know our age.
Hmm?
I know why she got hit. She was in a game and had the wrong team jersey on. So
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is true. And then it's just like the arrogance of them to think that they were in the right enough that they could go and fight a security guard and get the fuck away from it, get away with it. I mean, at the same time, I can't really say that they're wrong because it's happened so many times before where white people do some fuck shit to another race or whatever, and nobody's ever the wiser, or either
yeah,
that, or they just don't get any kind of consequences from it.
yeah.
They'll go to court, jail, and everything, and get like a little slap on the wrist. But I think black people said, well, you're gonna get away with this anyway. So before you go ahead and get away with it, and you just get a slap on the wrist, I'm gonna give you a couple of punches to the face to go with that slap on the wrist. Cause y'all
Damn
done
right.
lost your ever loving mind. Like, how you were surrounded. You were surrounded by black folk. Like, surrounded. And you're
Shit, I
going to
don't-
do this. You're going to do this in front of all these black folk. And just, yeah. But yeah, it's crazy. Somebody just wanted to get my attention. But before I give it to you, Faith, one of the victims. Wait, let me put it on. Let me put the volume up right quick so we can hear what he fucking say. Cause this shit.
Turns out that 65-year-old man could really fucking throw one. Well,
You got what you deserve, bitch.
Damn it, right?
That 65-year-old man could really fucking throw one.
He been holding some of that ass whooping in for a long time.
Long time. And you don't know all the bullshit that he probably got to go, that the security guard had to go up against as a the security guard in Montgomery. Like, it was built up. I'm gonna pass the U-face, check what's going on here with my little internet, and I'll be right back. It's something. It look like it's about to mess up.
Don't doubt it. Mine always does too. But I really hope the aggressors in this situation learned a lesson. They say every day you should learn something. I really hope that day they learned that your so-called privilege don't get you but so far. Keep your hands off other people. Listen to so-called authority figures. Have some accountability for your actions. Ouch. Chairs do hurt. And the color of your skin really don't mean shit when you're in the wrong. Wrong is wrong. I feel like the black people that day, they learned the lesson too, that when you really do stick together and unity is really there, great things can be accomplished. Violence or not, I feel that unity that was displayed was something that needs to be displayed on a nationwide standard. Like, I ain't saying everybody get together, grab a chair, and beat everybody to white ass, but everybody needs to finally see what the real objective is. Get together and be unified on at least one thing. You feel me? Great things come and great things come in unity and in numbers. So why not? But hey, that's just my opinion. Pat?
Well, just to end it off, I found out the store owner and the store name. The store name is Vassar's Mini Mart, right? And then in the post, they said, I'm sure most of you have seen the news about the riverboat incident. Yes, I was there, but I was the first to try to get away. You can see in the video, I attacked. Oh, yeah. You can see in the video I attached, and I do not condone what happened. I tried to stop it and realized that I could not. So I tried to get away. There's a video of me being the first to run away because what was happening was wrong, and I did not want to be a part of it. I realized I have a business to run and represent, and no charges was filed against me because I was not involved. I know it was wrong, and it shouldn't have never happened. No, yes, you know you have a business, so you know you got to say something to save face about your business. But when some people came up about you, Mr. Chase Shipman, his name is Chase Shipman, the owner of the Vassar's Mini Mart in Montgomery, Alabama. It's a reply up here that says, I don't need you people's money. I prefer superior white dollars. And that is from freaking Vassar's Mini Mart. Like, I don't even think I could actually show it up there because of the glare and shit. But it's one of those posts that I've seen up there pretty much.
That's great.
Yeah, so like it's so they definitely doxed them pretty much. I just want to put that out there, who they were pretty much. So who's the MVPs of the Montgomery Brawl? Was it the valiant security guard, the brave swimmer Aquaman, the shirtless goons that came out of the portals, the the riverboat crew, the whole riverboat crew, the nonchalant cops that just sat there and watched these niggas whip their ass for a couple of moments until that nigga came out with the folding chair, whip that lady ass. The white hat uncles. You just saw a couple of the niggas with white hats or whatever. You just let you know, there they go. They're in the sky. Right there. Boom. Or the folding chair assassin. You said who?
My vote is for the folding chair assassin.
I was like, yeah, but I feel like the MVP is Aquaman because he was the first on the scene. He said, you know what? Fuck this shit. Splat.
I
It went straight to war. But yeah, that's why I had to say that. All in all, man, the memes throughout this whole situation, man, I love. There is no Twitter without Black Twitter. There is no internet without Black people on it. It really isn't. Like the memes were so superb. They just on point. Like they wasted no time. Like I felt like I, like as soon as it happened, maybe an hour later, I just got stocked full of memes to actually describe what happened. And I like to give shout out to all the narrators. The narrators are hilarious.
Oh yeah.
They just be like, "Yeah, get that bitch." This shit was so fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Man.
see, what happened is we've been up here for 40 minutes waiting for that white motherfucker to move his boat, and he over there messing with that security. Oh, what do you do with the security? And when he threw that hat, like the back, he threw that hat up like Bobby Shmurda, and it went up into the sky, and the back signal came out, and then
Oh,
every
you knew it
fucking
was on right there.
right then and there. That's like a universal symbol. Like, actually, I feel like he was trying to do that move where you throw something in the air to distract them, and then you quickly hit them in the face
And they
or
should
whatever.
fuck the job, fuck whatever else. Oh, I'm gonna lose it all today.
Mm-hmm. Today is today. 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 To this
Then
day.
you get to your shift and you can just had enough.
To
Damn
this
right.
day.
Damn
To-
right.
I ain't about to
And
take shit today, goddamn
niggas is tired, man. Y'all just can't be doing this shit.
it.
And then
Niggas is tired.
niggas is tired.
I mean, niggas is tired.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
this big Tiz
That's
might be tired soon too. So let me go ahead and round this shit up. So whatever. Any last words about the Montgomery Brawl before I go into the next fucker?
Niggas is tired.
Niggas is tired. All right. Well, fortunately for y'all, I decided I'll just go ahead and go through this real quick because some of this shit I don't even want. It's not even that damn important. First of all, Jennifer Aniston, shut the fuck up about Jamie Foxx. Okay, y'all
What,
always.
Jamie?
Jamie put it up a post of an old black saying, they did the same to Jesus. Why wouldn't you expect them to do the same thing to you? Fake friends, fake love, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somehow the internet found out a way to make that anti-Semitic.
How?
And after
It's
Jennifer
Christian in
Aniston,
origin.
exactly. Jennifer Aniston liked the post. And then somebody, I guess, that follows her was like, this is anti-Semitic or some shit. I don't know what they were drinking or smoking on that day, but yeah. And then she puts up a post that's basically not condoning what Jamie Foxx did. Like it was just a reach. And then everybody got on her ass about that shit. So, long story short, fuck you, Jennifer Aniston. Just stay the fuck off the internet. Leave Jamie Foxx the fuck alone. He's more talented than you anyway. He's actually more talented than a lot of people on Earth. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. Quickly. All right. Dwight Howard, you gay as fuck. We'll just leave it at that. Y'all know what happened? Y'all know what happened. But the shit's pretty palsy. So I'm gonna just say, hey, Dwight, dog, you gay, man. Just
stop getting dick pics.
yeah, just realize that shit, man. If you request some shit like that, you gay, bro. You gay. Those are the rules. Men rules, that is. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else, whatever the else rules they say, but hey, around men, you gay. Period. Period. Dear Consequence and Talib Kweli, we don't care. We don't give a goddamn. We don't care about your beef. We don't care about Kanye. We don't care nothing about that. Period. And and Lizzo. Lizzo was calling bitches fat and then telling them that they need to eat a banana out of a pussy. Well, actually, they were at a club in Amsterdam, and then the whole part of the show is somebody eating a banana out of somebody's pussy, and they were saying that they were forced to do that or whatever. And they was also saying that one of the people under Lizzo was forcing their religion under them, and also that Lizzo was calling those her backup dancers fat, which is totally ironic because you say you're against fat shaming and body positivity, and then you tell your dancers you fat as fuck. Chris Brown wouldn't hire you.
Maybe she PHAT.
Nah, nigga, that's fat. Nah, you talking? Hell nah, nigga. We ain't gonna make no excuses for her ass or whatever. They say that she is like a horrible, like arrogant ass person or whatever, and it's really all about her. And I can kind of see that. I can see that from her personality because she just do too much shit that say,
Right.
"Hey, look at me, look at me, look at me" all the time. But Lizzo, your fat ass can't be calling other bitches fat. I don't care how famous you are. You still fat. Well, you can't just be calling other motherfuckers fat. It's like me, Padawan, calling somebody else skinny. I do it anyway, but I mean, I know I'm wrong. So you wrong.
Just accept wrongness.
Just accept your fat ass wrongness and stop calling people fat until you lose some fucking weight. And then when you lose some fucking weight, you still can't be calling them fat because you miss this body positivity. So go somewhere, play your goddamn flute, shut the fuck up, and go eat your own bananas out of your pussy, whatever, bitch. And yeah, that's good fuckery because Tiz is sleepy, and shit. I want to smoke and go to sleep my goddamn self. I'm actually recovering from a hangover.
Hey, big roll up.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I wore my hat because it says "fuck" on it, and I got Black Lives Matter hoodie. It fits with the theme of today.
Yeah, fist up.
Yeah, yeah. Or fist the face, fist the cuffs.
Yeah. I hope not. But
No,
yeah.
not fist the you face. No, not you, not you face.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah. Oh no, you ain't about to put me in no Kimura lock.
At least the finger the trigger.
Yeah, that too. I ain't trying to get shot. Just to let y'all know, y'all can either get shot by face or get in some crazy karate lock that you won't be able to breathe. I'm just letting y'all know that.
I'm too old for all that shit. I'm gonna just let the dogs out.
So or that, or either gonna get eaten by dogs or shot. But yeah, that's the show because Tiz got to go. I know you got to go to work soon.
Well, thank y'all for coming. Could have been anywhere else, but you chose to spend your time with us.
Yes, you did, and we appreciate you. I know we've been gone for such a long ass time, but we here, we there, we here. Life be life, and we'll be back soon.
We back. So for Tiz, I'm the other third, or one of the other thirds of the Podnas, Face, and I'm also here with.
The other third of the Potters, the Padawan here, and yeah, this has been the Partners. Sorry about the 3 month long hiatus. We'll holler.
He said, "Out."
Peace.
Till next time, keep looking for us.
Tiz, don't sleep on your computer. Peace. This shit gonna still be up. If you sleep, this live is still gonna be going, and you're gonna be right. Oh man, I won't. If you don't press the button, let's see if it. If if I'm gonna cut it off, and then I'm gonna hop back in to see if it's still. All right. Oh shit, I'm in here. Tiz, wake up. Wake the fuck up. The live is going off on you. They said your name is Tiz with a million seeds. Oh man, wait, how the hell I get in if you asleep? Oh shit. Oh, let me tell Face I'm still in this bitch. Hey Face.